Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, Cinco de Mayo. It is May 5th, 2020, 11:15 a.m. And it's Cinco de Mayo, and it's also Taco Tuesday. It is one of those days of the week that it's a holiday, and it's hitting on the right day, a Taco Tuesday. Oh man, you definitely got to go out there and find out who has the best taco. May it be a taco truck on the border, somebody like Taco Bell, somebody likes Taco Cabana, somebody might like, I don't know, Taco Tico, I don't know, Fuzzy Tacos. What else we got going on out there, you know? Maybe you got a friend that makes the best tacos, like Yvette off of Baby Boy. She's going to get in there and she's going to cook, she's going to clean, she's going to make them tacos. And today is definitely that day. And tacos, it's already Taco Tuesday, so tacos are usually cheap. So, hey, you have no reason not to get you some of this fine cuisine. Oh, man. It don't got to be a taco. It could be a burrito. Or it could be a quesadilla. Or it could be anything that is from the La Familia culture of the Hispanics. Because this is their day. And, like I say, feel free. If you're old enough, all of my over 21s out there, you know, keeping it grown and sexy, with some nice mojitos or nice Coronas or Modelo or Dos Equis or, oh man, my favorite, some margaritas. Like I say, happy hour, that's where it's at. So, show up and pull up for some nice, you could probably go get it for about $3 somewhere on a happy hour tip. So tonight is the night. We need everyone to jump on it when it comes down to Taco Tuesdays and Cinco de Mayo. Now, I'm definitely going to be out there with all of my gatos and sombreros. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I'm that dude. And I'm definitely looking for some nice mamacitas and senoritas. And hey, if you that girl, we're going to have to make it muy caliente. You feel me? You feel me? Hey, ain't that right, amigos? Already, like, let me know what's going down today. Shout out to all of my Mexican brothers. Let me know. After a long day of work, it's time to chill. Gotta have you a cold one and a nice meal. So, like I say, but seriously though, if it wasn't for the Hispanic culture, they are like the best at what they do. They bring in jobs and do work that a lot of us aren't willing to do. Down the street from my house, we have a tire shop. They are some of the best in town. I can't think of the name of the tire shop, but if you're from here, the one down the street from Church's Chicken on New Austin Road, there, you know, that's where you go to get you some tires here in Texarkana. If you need your car fixed, everybody knows who Pee-wee is over off of Robinson Road, over there by the post office. And it used to be Shockley's, but now it's called Escovars, and a lot of people don't even know the name of it, but they just be like, put my car in the shop, and that's usually where they go. He is one of the best in town, when it comes down to it, and I've been taking my car there for years. Every time something goes wrong, he can pretty much figure. There's one thing he will do. First, he gonna find out what the problem is, and then he gonna find out what the parts are, and then he gonna tell you what the labor is. And hey, that's pretty what he is. Hey, cut and dry. It's gonna be fair. You know what I'm saying? If he say he can fix your car, he will fix your car. If he say he can't fix your car, he's like, I can't do it. It's just what it is. It's like, honesty. So I dig that, if you want some air in your tires, you got the guys up the street, I go to them pretty much, because once you get some tires from them, especially like I get used tires, you know what I'm saying? So if I get some used tires over there, it seems like it lasts a lifetime. Like, you don't have to really worry about getting any more tires after, after the fact. So yeah, because I've gotten tires on some cars and they took me where I needed to go. I could go pretty much anywhere in town, out of town, on the highway or wherever I needed to go with those tires. They're real reasonable, I can't really say. I know that if you go over there for about $40 on the high end, if you got $40, you can get you a tire. You can probably negotiate it down, depending on what kind of tire it is and how good a good tire, $40, good tire. I've even gone over there and for like $100 tires all around if they had a set of the tires that I was looking for. So yeah, which ultimately might be a thing that I do here recent, here in the near future or whatever, instead of trying to go get some brand new tires from discount tires. And like I say, I've always wanted to learn more Spanish. I feel like the teachers that I had in high school didn't really push the issue. My first year Spanish teacher, she wasn't certified, so and where I come from, they say that if the teacher isn't certified or accredited or whatever, they can't really fail you, so you're pretty much guaranteed to get an A in there. So that's cool for the moment, but in the long run, you're thinking to yourself like, I kind of want to learn this, So I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll get a Rosetta Stone and figure it out, so that way when it comes down to it and they're speaking, I can be able to understand what the hell they're saying. I feel that way about a lot of cultures, maybe Mexican or Spanish speaking, or even the French, Japanese, Chinese, some of the main Korean or whatever, Russian, some of the main languages or whatever, Italian, even Hindu speaking. So I feel like if you cover some of the foundationary, so because like majority of the world has like a Spanish dialogue to it, like the southern hemisphere more or less is like you got Mexico, got Colombian, and although they're different, Spanish is, because I want to be like Spanish to Spanish, because if they say they're from Honduras or Colombia or these are all different cultures. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like if I said that I was from Vietnam, they're speaking Vietnamese. If I said I was from Korea, they're speaking Korean. But if I said China, Japanese, what I'm saying? It's like, it's all different. They're, they to us, you probably can't even tell if I lined up a bunch of Asians and put them side by side. You probably couldn't tell that they're, you can't tell. Sometimes you can't tell them apart. You have to have been around the culture long enough, and that's just what it is. Now it's just pure ignorance because you just don't know. That's just like if someone spoke Yiddish. Some of y'all don't even know what that is. And I want to say Yiddish is like that's what the Hebrew speaking Hebrew or something like that or whatever. And no, Yiddish, I think that's like the who is that, Romanians or something like that. And I come across a guy one time and he was like, I'm a gypsy, yada yada yada. I was like, well, okay, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you? Like, somebody tell me they're a gypsy, and I was like, the guy was like, I'm a gypsy. I was like, well, like, what race are you? That you say you're a gypsy, you know what I'm saying? I could be a gypsy if I was, outcast or not or misunderstood or lived in the outskirts or like nomadic or whatever the case is. Got your stick to your own culture. So I was like, what that mean? He said he was Romanian or whatever, and I think Romanian. I think it was like he was explaining to me if they spoke Yiddish or whatever, and I was like, oh, okay, I got you. And that's a lot of times, like you'll see it at the let's say they have something going on at the United Nations, and they have like the sign language or whatever, and they'll have like all the different translators or whatever. And you would think that if you were part of the United Nations or whatever, and it's not like you're meeting all the time, that y'all. Man, one of y'all's objectives would to be to learn, culture. You know what I'm saying? If you were an ambassador to the whole nation, the whole world.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
That you're part of the UN, that you would like one throughout the year, like one few weeks or whatever, or whatever the case is, y'all are all learning Spanish, and then all y'all learning English, and then all y'all are learning African, and then all y'all learn like we'd all be on the same page in the same book or whatever if the ambassadors and translators and stuff were, I don't say forced, but like we should always be learning. Like the times where we're doing nothing, and I like myself, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not on that level, I'm not trying to be part of the UN or certain level or whatever. I'm in a comfort zone, and I'm not trying to really make some sort of drastic major change. But if you are, say, a president or a senator or a governor, you know what I'm saying? If you are an elected official, you're high up ranking, and you have like what the decisions you make affect millions, then yes, you know what I'm saying, you should not stop going to be educated. Like if you get a job, let's say being a president is a job, being a senator is a job, but you're working for the benefit of the people. You should still be getting educated. Like you're only there for a max as a president, a max of 8 years. So in that time as a president, you should be to learn some different languages. You should come out of the White House knowing how to speak Spanish, French, Chinese, Japanese. You know what I'm saying? All the key languages or whatever. You should, like, by the end of your first 2 years in office, you should come out being able to speak the basic dialogues that are out there. Like you don't have to even. It's not about perfecting it, but there are college students that they go a summer abroad to different countries, and that's 2 months. So if a summer abroad is you're going to do that 2 months or whatever, and you're supposed to, by the time you come back, you're supposed to be able to, be able to observe their culture and their language or whatever, and know how to speak whatever, culture that you observe is language. So if you're in office and then, you're supposed to be the better of us, maybe even the best of us. You're supposed to be better, that's why we're electing you. You feel like at the end of the day, like, oh man, this person is better than the norm. He's leading the free world. He's the leader of the free world, and he represents us as a country, and it shouldn't be, that's it, like, oh man, I should not come across college students, high school students, and maybe even middle school students that know more languages than you, or just, I'm tired of having, like, when we elect the presidents or whatever, they should have to pass certain tests, they should have to be of a certain level of intelligence, like, sometimes I feel that I don't know where they get these Republican candidates from. Like, the last couple of Republican candidates that we've had in office, I don't even think they can read. They're making up words, and it's about shaking hands, and money and power. Like, why? Certain jobs require certain levels of education. I can't go out there and apply and get a job and bullshit my way through it. Why should a president be able to do that? That's what I don't understand. Like, it just come across as like this really ignorant, really stupid, and like you blue bloods, It's like, what are you guys doing? It's like, I really look at it from a standpoint of measuring out from, I'm just go with the 90s. A lot of people, if you weren't born in the 90s, you are probably not old enough to vote yet. So I'm gonna just start with those who are old enough to vote or who have already voted, a couple of times. Like, if you were old enough to vote in the 2008, then, okay, cool. Those are the people I'm targeting right now. Oh, that's who I'm talking to right now. Because some of y'all don't understand politics or just too young to really get what's at stake. So, I'm going to say this. When Clinton was in office, he had a great plan. He was smart and all that. He was very charismatic, and everybody liked him, even when he was doing what he was doing or getting what he was got, which still has nothing to do with his his intellectual status in the States. And then you get old George in there, and a lot of times nowhere to be found, always lost on the ranch in Texas somewhere, which is hard to say because I'm a Texan, so it kind of makes us all look bad. Then, it's just his react time was horrible, like, well, what should we do? 5 days later, let's take him some water, there was so much drama that happened during the 2000 all the way to 2007, 8, whatever, 9, or whatever, however you want to look at it, because I guess the official official presidency doesn't really start until like January 21st. So it would have been January. Yeah, it had been January 21st, 2001, all the way to January 21st, 2009, when they passed the torch. So, the 8 years that he was in office, so many bad things happened. Like, oh my God, it was just horrible. It was, recessions and bailouts and, and then, the Democrats get in there, Obama, and we have to clean it all up. Like, where is this coming from? Like, what college you went to? Harvard. Oh, okay. And then we had so Bush there. What college you went to? Yeah, I don't know if anyone knows. It doesn't really matter, even if you do know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to do any research or whatever. It's just the principle, So, yeah, I just don't get it. And so much of 2009 till 2017. Like, just look at how things were, how good things were during the time frame he was in office. I mean, so much better. Immediately once he was elected, gas prices dropped, and it's just so much better. I don't know. People were getting jobs now, which is a big thing. Like, people, like, they always speak on pulling yourself up with your bootstraps or whatever. Well, the issue with that is some people don't even have boots. So that would be great if that philosophy still worked. Because once you get to a perpetuating standard of my family's rich, everybody gets boots. You come in the family, you're like, hey, you come out of the womb with a silver spoon, and you pretty much have everything, because they've got already figured out. They know that with this amount of money, I can help you grow to this, and then I can show you how to invest in the stock, and I can show you how to buy real estate. Meanwhile, to pull yourself up from the bootstraps, still generations later, some people are still trying to get their boots to pull themselves up from the bootstraps or whatever. Because I'm not saying it's a generational curse thing, because you still got people out there who still aren't, and still don't have people that have graduated from college, or they're the first ones, or first one to go to college. Like, that's still a thing. I remember when I first went to college, that was still a thing or whatever. But now, these new generation of kids or whatever, they're getting like spoiled stupid. So I don't know if they're gonna have the same views about things that we value. Well, I've been going on long enough about that which started becoming more political than anything. But it is still Cinco de Mayo. It is still Taco Tuesday, and it is still plenty of time to get out there and get you something to represent for the culture. Shout out to all my senoritas and mamasitas, and like I say, feel free to get out there and get you a nice strong margarita. Go along with your Mexican cuisine. And like I say, Cinco de Mayo, Taco Tuesday. And we're out.
How to have fun anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.